welcome to Author's Corner. Today we have Nikisha Watson reading one of her books called Alphabet Adventure in Trinidad and Tobago.
Alphabet Adventure in Trinidad and Tobago by me, Nikisha Watson. Shall we read a few pages from it? So I'm going to read to you the first 3 pages. So of course this is an alphabet book, so the first 3 pages are A, B and C, and then I'm going to just read 2 random pages within the book, and then I'll read the last page and then we wrap it up, and that will be our tiny little introduction to Storytime Sundays today. Okay, so Alphabet Adventure in Trinidad and Tobago. Take off. Patrick and Joe were 2 special boys, everyone would agree. They were born and raised in England, and so was their daddy. Their mummy lived in England too, but they were proud to know she came from a different place, a Caribbean twin island called Trinidad and Tobago. It meant they were different. They had 2 cultures. How cool! They really loved their mummy's food. Oh, how it made them drool. But they'd never been to visit where their mummy is from, so she took them on an alphabet adventure so they could learn a ton. Their mission was to discover things about Trinidad and Tobago for each letter A to Z. At the airport, they could not wait to board the plane. They were as excited as can be. Atlantic Ocean! Hooray! Joe! Atlantic begins with the letter A. There's a huge sea that separates each island, said Dad. It hugs the north of the UK and the east of Trinidad. They landed and were greeted by their grandparents and cousins because in Trinidad, families come to the airport in dozens. Patrick and Joe loved the warmth of the sun. They knew with their big family, this trip was going to be fun. A is for Atlantic Ocean, and I'll show you the picture. So there's Patrick sitting on the plane, staring out the window at the Atlantic Ocean there. Beach time next, don't waste the day. Off to Maracas for sand, sea and hours of play. Maracas is a popular beach on the north coast. You can get one of the best sandwiches in the world. So Trinidadians boast. It's called Bake and Shark. Mummy said it's divine. Joe pointed to the letter B on the sign. Well done, Joe, you found the letter B, said Mummy. He ran off with Daddy to ride the waves in the sea. Bake is fried bread that the chefs make before your eyes. It is filled with fried shark. Your taste buds will get a surprise. Patrick stayed with Mummy to carefully select all the various fillings to make his sandwich perfect. He put pineapple, shadow benny chutney and tomato, then washed it all down with a red Solo. Too soon came the time to wave goodbye to this beach, but the boys knew more adventures were within their reach. B is for beach and bake. I'll show you the little picture of the boys on Maracas Beach getting their bacon shark from the Bacon Shark Hut, which will be familiar to those of you who know about this beach. Very popular place to buy this fabulous sandwich called Bacon Shark on the north coast of Trinidad. Carnival morning, what a treat! Grandad took them to see people dancing in the street. Trinidad Carnival is the best display of joy, you will agree. It also begins with the letter C. People wear glamorous costumes in a variety of colors. They dance to soca music at a street party for hours. The boys said to their mummy since they had such a ball, "We love soca music, we want to download all." Granny cooked a traditional local dish called callaloo. Patrick wasn't keen. He thought it looked like poo. Curious little Joe wanted to try. On the first sip he said, If you miss this, you will cry. Callaloo begins with C. It feels just like silk. It's a soup made with dasheen bush, okra, and lots of coconut milk. Some people also add crabs or salted pig's tail. Patrick finally tried it and wanted a whole pail. 2 little boys gave the air a pump. Grandad said they were going to Carony Swamp. The friendly tour guide took them along the river. He knew so much about the wild animals. He was so clever. Patrick thanked the guide for all his kindness. Then he looked up and saw a flock of red birds, the scarlet ibis. Hundreds were nesting in the trees, and the boys' heads whirred. The guide told them they are one of the national birds. C is for Carnival, Callaloo, and Carony Swamp. And there's your picture of Patrick and Joe at Carnival with all the masqueraders in their beautiful costumes around the savannah. You might recognize these huts that only go up around the savannah at Carnival time. Right, so I'm gonna jump forward a bit and we're gonna read letter R. After a busy few days, they thought they'd stay home. Patrick and Joe went to the garden to roam. They saw a big dark cloud and something made them jump. A loud clap of thunder roared with a huge thump. The rain came tumbling down so heavily. Big drops of water made their skin look like jelly. They ran inside, but Mommy said, "Come, don't be lazy. Trinidadian kids dance and play in the rain like they're crazy." She threw her hands in the air and her face to the sky. Twirling and whirling, the boys laughed till they cried. It rains a lot for half the year, and the reason is that Trinidad only has either the dry or rainy season. R is for rainy or rainy season. There they are dancing in the rain with Mummy in the garden, in Granny's garden. Right, I'm gonna read letter T. T is for Tobago. Mummy said pack a bag and get ready to go. We're off to the sister isle, Tobago. They got on a plane and in little time they were enjoying the sand, sea and glorious sunshine. They boarded a boat with glass at the bottom. Through it they saw fish and corals like cotton. The boat stopped at the Nyland pool. Such beauty everywhere. You could see your toes. The water was so clear. All that swimming made them have to eat something. Mommy bought a popular dish of curried crab and dumpling. Next, they climbed down many steps to a beach. Joe asked why they couldn't go somewhere easier to reach. When they got to the bottom, he didn't know what to say. The beach was a paradise and called Pirates Bay. Surrounded by forests and shaped like a crescent moon, Joe hoped they were not leaving anytime soon. In the morning, they had to be really agile on a hike to a waterfall called Argyle. It's Tobago's highest waterfall, which has 3 levels. Patrick climbed to the second, being a daredevil. What a fun-filled weekend they all had. It was quite bittersweet to return to Trinidad. They had such a great time. They really had a ball. The boys thought Tobago simply had it all. And there they are, swimming in the Boko Reef. You could see them there. And there's Mummy eating her curry crab and dumpling in the glass bottom boat. And then after this stop, the boat goes on and takes you to the beautiful clear waters of the Nyland pool, if you've ever been before. And if you've not, you're missing a treat, and you should go once we're able to go anywhere, once the lockdown is over. Right, so I'm just going to read the very last page. It isn't a letter. It's just to wrap it up. So, for children watching me, you would know that books have an introduction, a middle, which is like the main story, and an end. So the first page I read was for takeoff. That was our little introduction. The pages I read in between were the body of the book, or the middle of the book, or the main book. I don't know the technical terms. I hope one of those are the technical terms. And then you have the end, or the conclusion, which I'm going to read for you now. And I've called it Now I Know My ABC. It was time to say goodbye. They knew they would miss this beautiful place. They were thankful and so proud to be mixed race. Mommy promised they would come again soon. Patrick and Joe were over the moon. The boys loved Mummy's country and all there was to see. They enjoyed each and every activity. The boys loved England. It was their home. But in their hearts they were Trini to the bone. And that's the end of Alphabet Adventure in Trinidad and Tobago.
I hope you enjoyed listening to Nikisha Watson reading one of her books. Please like and subscribe. Bye!